Hello, 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 hello. Wherever you happen to be located on this gleeful planet called Earth, I hope you're having an inspirational day wherever you are. Welcome to my channel on Blender, a topic dealing with meshes. So since it's dealing with meshes, it probably applies to all other platforms as well, not just the Blender. But of course, each platform got its own method of executing different tasks, but it's still applicable to all others. So if you're from our other package and you curious about the topic, please stay. Today, my mesh related topic is dealing with the hair particles. As you see right here, I have a picture of an Airedale Terrier, which I own. I had two of them on my second one now. Airedale Terrier. I put the hair particles on that to the best of my abilities. And I did this to use a Doug because I don't need to start working with human, putting hairs on human, because that's hard. So start working with something simple like a Doug. So here's my profile of the Doug. It looks decent according to other people, like family members. It don't gotta be perfect, but it looks like a Doug. And that's one thing I'm letting you know, people. I do have modeling skills. I can model things. It may not be perfect, but I can model. You know, most of the time when we come to the webs, when we look at videos about Blender, we see Harold the Cube or Icosphere or UV Sphere or something. I'm using a real life model to use our skills on. So, before I did this, since I'm going to be dealing with hair particles, I discovered this. Usually when you use a hair particle, you just put hair on one thing. But you can put multiple amounts of hair in a subject, but you gotta use vertex groups. Yeah, vertex groups and a little bit of weight painting. Weight painting helps too. But so before I did anything, let's go up here to our edit mode. And I'm gonna show you. Oops, I had my wrong thing highlighted. I have to click on my beloved Airedale Terrier. He's highlighted. Let's go to edit. So you can see right here, my vertex group is already activated. Let me rotate it so you can see it better. See? I have two vertex groups. There's dirt color, as you see over here in the vertex groups box. This dirt is a brownish color and a blackish color. So those are the two vertex I made. So let me click on brown. Oh, then I gotta say select, and there is the part I wanted to be selected brown with the vertex groups. Likewise, I click on it black. I choose select, and those are the parts I want to be black. So when you're dealing with your hair particles, people, remember, use vertex groups and weight painting for greater versatility. But if you have different shades of hair, different colors of hair, then your best option is to use the vertex group. So I got that out the way. So now let's go back to object mode. Since I've shown you that, now I can click on my particle system. I gotta make sure my thing is highlighted. It's highlighted, and it's on Doug 1. Was it Doug 2? Which one got the particle system? Okay, well, Doug, I got to work with Doug 1. Let me click on Doug 2. Doug 2 has the particle system. It don't matter. So if I click on this button, you see there's the brown stuff. If I click on black, and there it is, black. So it's a close facsimile of my Airedale Terrier. Now I can get rid of this, and I can show you how I made this from scratch. I'm going to try to go as quick as possible, people. And I can hide my, I'm going to hide this too to make it stand out. See, there he is, the Airedale Terrier. See, so I'm learning. I'm new to hair particles. I'm not no expert. I said in the beginning, I'm new to hair particles. I'm getting used to them. But it seems like it got a lot of uses for it. So like I said, don't try to make hair particles something hard. Use something simple. Go on the internet and find pictures of dogs. and work with that, and then you work your way up to the humans. I may do 5. I may have a series of 5 dogs that I may do it on. Maybe a cat too. I may put animals in there. I may do a cat next. I think about it. All right. So let me hide Doug 2, bring it back to Doug 1. And we're gonna work on this from scratch. I'm trying to work as quick as possible. I click on my Dougie. He's clicked on. Let's go to edit mode. And I want to start from scratch. I want to click on vertex groups. I already got my color set up. Let me see if it's already assigned. Select. Yeah, so it's already selected, so I don't even have to go highlighting it. If I highlight it, my favorite tool is to use the circle select. But I also know you can hit the control key and use lasso select. I don't use lasso select that much. It's like, to me, the circle give me more control. So I'm not gonna go through the trouble of highlighting it. So he's already highlighted. And I use the circle tool. So we got that out the way. Good. So I can go back to object mode. I wonder if he has a particle. Nope, he don't have no particle. So we can do the particles now. Let's do our particles. Hit the plus. I'm gonna call this black. I'm gonna do the black fur this time. Black. So now I come down here to my emissions. I'm gonna choose hair, and there we go. I give it like 2000s. And I want my hair length to be 0.2 of a meter. So that's pretty good. It could be lower, but that'll do. My segments, I don't have to change much. Segments control how much bend it has. But since this hair is close to his body, I don't have to bend it that much. So I leave it at 5. So I'm done with that. And my source, I use a modifier stat in case I want to use those modifiers, but I'm not going to use it. But it's a good habit to do that because we use modifiers a lot. Now I'm going to come down here to render. Render as is a path. I'm a Terrier. It say brown now, but I said I want to do black first. Black. And as you can see, the hair is now black. And I may work with it. I got to see what this coordinate thing is later, but I'll worry about that later. I'm going to get more. Like I said, I'm still new to this, so I'll make it quick as possible. Report display. The strand steps, I leave it the same too, because I don't have to bend it much. It's not no long human-like hair. Children, that's important. I'll put it on simple. Now, somebody told me when I was watching other videos, they like to use interpolated. But I was saying maybe simple may help you with the rendering process. I don't know. I'm just guessing. If you use simple, the render may be faster. Interpolated, it gives you, I heard it, more realism. I'm just doing it good because I don't care about a lot of realism here. So my children is 10. My display amount for children is 10. I'll put it up to 50. Because dogs, their whole body is nearly covered with hair. See? I want to cover as much hair as possible. Whole body. Okay, see, now that looks good. And then I want to come down here to render. I'm not worrying about the render. Render is a good amount. So I have 50 for the display. For render, and it'll be 100. It'll be huge. Let me click. I wonder where my camera at. View camera. I don't want that. So view cameras. View active camera. Yuck. I forgot. Blender got so many commands. I forgot the command how to make my local view so I can see it in rendering mode. But it's not necessary. I forgot that command sequence, so it would happen if I render it. Oh, but it's not going to show the colors because I have it in viewport display. So I don't even have to go to the hash. See? I don't have to worry the hair there. But remember, I have it in report shading. So they're only going to show everything in report. All right, so we're done with this part right here. Children, we're going to come back up here and work for some. We're going to come up here later, work with the length, the size, random out. We're going to get that later. Now that's when I go to vertex group. I want to choose. Now I discovered most of us just use density. Black. Yeah, we just use density. But I want to use black. See? That controls the length of your hair. I discovered that when messing around with it. So I can take it off. So you put more hair. Then when I put it on length, see, look up at the top right here. Let me zoom into the top. Right up here, you see the hair sticking up? Right here. All this hair just sticking up. Watch what happens when I put it on length. It may have it got but it changed. It got rid of it. I ain't know. I ain't want to do all. Oh, but it's really tiny over here though. It made it small. But I thought length make it a variable size. I could go back and change it, but I'll take it off for now. I'll leave it as, see, there it is right there. And length made that little patch smaller right there. I may leave it off. I might leave length there. All right, so that's what we got so far. So we took care of the black fur. Now, here's the power of using hair particles. I said, it's not just one. You may have two or more. So I need it for my tan color. Hit the plus. I'm going to call this tan. I'm going to come down to emissions. I said I want to make it 2,000 like my other one. And I can go back and forth quickly too. Yes, 2,000 here. Oh, but there's some stuff I want to do to this first. I want to leave it right here. My Doug, see, on a Doug, the hair, on no Doug, there's a hair that stand up straight like that. No Doug have hair like that. So, for my Doug, most of Doug's their fur is flat to the skin. So that's what I'm going to change now. So, I'll go up here, then I'll come to the brown. I'll go up to the object, then I'll choose particle edit. And you see how the hair look? Now, that is a good thing because with particle edit, it gives you the amount and the emissions. But the sad thing, when you do particle edit, you cannot look at my emissions section. It's all gray. I can't change it now. What happens if I go back to object mode? Oh, I can change it. I can change it. I have it on. Let me see something. I'm gonna take it off of children. None. That was the amount. Let's see if this is the same amount I see in particle. Yeah, that's the same amount, give or take. Give or take. That's the same amount. I'll put it back on simple. And the good thing about this particle edit, it'll give you the least amount of hair so you know what you're doing. All I want to do is push the fur towards his body. So I'm hit the C key, make it a little bit larger, and then just push it towards his F, large, click. I just want to push the hair towards his body, if I can, easily. Just make it lean against his body. That's all I want to do. Get on the bottom of him. Just lean the hair against his body. And I can wiggle it around too. Because the Airedale Terrier, their hair is sort of, it's not, it sort of go like this. It's wiggly. Their hair is wiggly curves. I'm going to do that. Make it look more like an Airedale. Wiggly. I'll handle the top part. First I'll straighten it out. Then I'll make the wiggle stuff. Wiggle here. Wiggle here. Wiggle here. Hit the butt. Bring all the hair down. All of it down. And then just wiggle it a little bit. See, just wiggle it some. Let me just do a puffy tail. I aim the hair up. Do it up. I won't wiggle that. I see a hair standing up here. Try to just get it all down. And this is going to be the longest part. So remember, like I said, Before doing that, something complicated like a human being, use a simple animal like a dog. Now, it may be hard for you all to model the dog. I know as a beginner, it may be hard to model the dog. But if you have to practice on a cube, practice on the cube. Let me get over here. And that. Okay. Let me go back to object mode and let's see how it looks. Okay, look, that looks convincing. It looks like it's flat against his body. Flat against his body. Good. It looks really puffy over here on his tail. Let me see if I can do something with that. Yeah, see that little hair? You see that little part sticking up on his hair? Right there. So I'm going to flatten that little stuff up. I'm going to bring this down like that. Okay. Drag it down. Okay, so let's go back to object mode and let's see how the black hair looks. Oh, that looks convincing for my little Airedale. Then also, you can, now remember, I can't change it anymore, but I can go to other parts of this and change it. The main thing they're going to use to change it is that the children's section. See the length here is 1. I can reduce the length. You see that? I can reduce that length right there. So that's something good right there. I can reduce the length slightly right here if I want. Okay, that looks good for him. Alright, next. Now I can handle the brown part. Like I said, the hair particles like I said, I've been using Blender since 2.76, but I never got into the hair particle until I start making a human. I made a series on making different parts of the human face, and I start making the eyebrows, the eyelashes, and the human hair. That's when my love for this hair particle got triggered. So we got that out the way. Let me go back to the top. Let's go to tan. Let's put it on hair. See, there it is. I want my hair length to be 2/10 of a meter. There it is. It's small, but it's everywhere. Alright, you can leave segments the same because the hairs are small. All I'm just trying to do is flatten against his body. I don't need to worry about nothing else. Source coming from the face. I can get rid of that. Render, that's the important part. Render its path. Right now it is brown. So I can move that. Now I want to deal with children, make it simple. And it's there. There's a lot more brownness, like the original picture. Let me put it back on there so I can see my original picture. Okay, my original picture gone, huh? Is it? Where am I empty at? Can I move it? It's here somewhere. Okay. All right, my empty gone, but that's all. I ain't gonna even worry about it. I don't know what happened to my empty. I'm in object mode. I can't get any empty up. Or maybe I'm still in that viewpoint. Let me see. Local view, toggle. That would did it, see? Oh, brother. View, local view, toggle, view, cameras. Okay, good. There it is. I got everything back. Alright, so I don't need this one. So it's shaping up to be like my dog. So I have to come down because it's everywhere. It's even in the black. Alright, so I better go to, make sure it's in my particle mode. Click on my Dougie right here. I'm in particles. I'm down to emissions. Let me go down. I'm done with children's section for now. Density. Well, I can say length. Brown. And there it is. But density, brown. Okay, there it is. It looks the same. All right, and then excuse me. Then since I got that, I can go to particle edit right there, or to make it even better, to make it easier for me, I go back to object mode. I can hide my black. Go back up here. I'm in particle. Here's my black. I want to hide it. Now let's can focus on the brown. Then the whole world should be more easier for me. Right. So all I want to do now, simple people, is just flatten it against his body. I'm just gonna go up for this time for the brown. I'm just gonna go. Then I'm gonna add my little wiggle in there. Go up with the little wiggle. Go up with the little wiggle. Little wiggle. I'll keep that right there. Little up with the little wiggle. Keep going. Everything up with the little wiggle in it. Up with the little wiggle. Get over here. Up, wiggle it so the hair looks wavy. Get this, make it look wavy. Get over here, wavy hair. Go to the bottom, wavy hair, wavy hair, wavy hair. The leg look a little bit messed up right there. So try to make the hair look wavy. Wavy hair. And just take it all the way up. Right here. See? Stuff hanging out. Bring it in. Right here. Just bring it in. Take the hair right here. Drag it up. Make it wavy. Bring it in. Make it wavy. The butt. Drag it up. Make it wavy. Up. Or I can take this to the side. Make it wavy. Up and wavy. Get this leg right here. I can hide my Dougie picture now. Make it wavy. Get inside. I see inside. It's poking out. Make it wavy. Try to keep the hair. Try to keep the tail. Try to keep the hair close to the body as much as possible. Over here. Up. Wave. Close to the body as much as possible. The head. Yeah. Wavy. Wavy. On the back of that neck. I want to bring it down in a wave form. Wave like. Okay, it looks like most of the hair. But that foot, I can drag out some of the hair on this foot. Because on the Airedale Terrier, near the foot, some of the hair does poke out. Right now, on the front and back leg, the hair does poke out a little bit. Alright, so let's go back to object mode and see how it looks. Object mode, okay, looks like it's close to the body. The front, it pokes out some. It looks close. Now, let's turn everything on. And that's it. See? We made our Airedale Terrier. There you go. And I could have added some more. And I do have it on children, don't I? Children, I have simple. You can put it, and I think I put this on display amount is 50. And the good thing about children, people, it makes an exact same copy of the hair that's in it. So if the hairs is on the body, those children hairs will be on the body. Watch, it's not going to be poking out like it did before. You see that? The children hair stuck right on his body. Nothing poking out. And there we go. See, it's poking out over here on that side over here. Make sure it's on tan. Particle edit. I got to see some of the hair poking out. And you see, and when I hid the black, that makes it so much easier to deal with. That's by hiding that black stuff, the fur. So I'm getting my knowledge of using the hair particle. It is growing. It's getting better and stronger. Okay. Tan, black. Okay, let me go back to object mode. Okay, there it is. And there is my beloved Airedale Terrier. I ain't gonna worry about the minor imperfections because it is for me to get used to it. All right, now I have this plane over here to illustrate how to manipulate his hair. So I'm gonna give it to my Doug. I'm not gonna touch his hair anymore. We're just gonna take a look at how to manipulate his hair. So when you make your Doug or your people, it may be always best to have my blue plane right here. That's highlighted. It may be always best to have that. Then make the change on your object. Let me move him to the well, I don't gotta do that. I just can click on this, hit view, local view, toggle, and zap. That's my subject. See? To get everything else back, you go to view, local view, toggle view, and it's back. So that comes in handy. You don't gotta be trying to zoom in and all that stuff. View, local view, toggle local view, and zap, we there. Now let's get into some of these children amounts. Now you know this right here, the display amount. That's the easiest thing to do. 50. Now I got 50 children. I just wanted that 10. You can use this amount to render amount. That's dealing with the renderer. Your length right here. Now it controls the entire length. I could have, y'all saw, I think I did that earlier with my Doug. But I want random length. I'm going to leave it right here. The threshold is where you see right here. Now I can have different hair lengths. I can make it look like it's more different hair lengths. Some hairs are long, some hairs are short. I could do that on my Doug right now if I wanted to, but I'm not. I could. But remember, use it as your test. Then I could go back to my Doug where it said threshold length. I can go back to my Doug, hit view, local view, toggle. There's my Doug. I can click on him. Come down to children where it says length and threshold. I can just take this up some, but you don't see it because there's so many hairs. But it has changed. You see that it's changed. That's why it's best to always work with a small area, like I had that blue area. Work with that. Then you have an idea what's really going on. So I got my view, local view, toggle. So just now work. So we understand length controls the total length of your hair. Threshold, it gives you like random hair lengths there. Random hair lengths. That's a good thing. And you know the seed value, just put things in different sorting order. So we got that out the way. I'll put everything back to its default setting. Back to default. Now let's go with size. What does size do? Now I think it may control the tip of your hair from when I did my research. The tip, but you can't see it easy. And I can randomize the size. But it's hard to see. That controls the tip of your hair. It's hard to see it. Hard to see it. Now radius, that's something that's something that does benefit you. Radius, I'm gonna put everything back to the default setting. Radius, you see that it controls the spread of your hair. The spread of it. Take the 0, no spread. 0, put it back to that emissions amount. I believe it was like 10. Display amount? Yeah, the display amount was 10. Let me see my emissions up here. So my emissions number is 10. My display amount gave me an extra 10. But when I put it on radius, that's spread out. It spread out your children. Let me go back to my Doug. Radius. Let me go back to my Doug. Local view. Toggle. View. Local view. Toggle. There's my Doug. Go back to my Dougie. Click on it. And I can go right here to size or radius. See, you see what it's doing? It's pushing the children out. I'm gonna bring it back in. I can keep it at 0. Right there. See? Yeah, that's a good amount right there. Right there. So that's what radius going to do for you. Let's go back over here. Let's see what. Now I'm not going to go over all these people. I just want to go over some to give you an idea because I don't like to be going on and on with these videos. Logarithm, toggle. But you get the idea. It's best to have this sample area to work with. And what does roundness? We deal with the radius right there. And the roundness is almost invisible. But I know it's affecting, the hair strand. And the hair is so thin you can't see what it's doing. But it's affecting that hair strand. That's what it's doing. Oh, I see what it's doing. I saw what it's doing. Let me zoom in some more. The roundness, it is controlling those tips. Watch this. You see that? The tips. Some going up. Now, right in this part, right, look in this part right here. Right here. My roundness, it almost controls the length. Some, you see it real fine. Some going down, some going up. So roundness help you to make your hair not all the same length. That's another thing you can use. You see that the length has changed. It's different. But it's slight though. Now, you see that? That what roundness is going to do for your here. So let me go out to my Dougie and see what roundness would do for it. View, local view, toggle local view. Let me click on my Dougie and see what roundness would do for it. I got my radius. You see that? It's changing. It spread it out and I can bring it back in. Okay, so we got roundness out the way. View, local view, toggle local view. I'm gonna get into the major ones right here. Major ones. I'm gonna stop at kink. Clumping. It does control. You see that? When I go to -1, it brings the tips together. The tips of what clumping does when it's negative, it makes the children touch their parent. When it's positive, maybe make the tops touch. You see that? So you can do effects with that. To the tops touch. So once more, clumping. Let's go to my Dougie. My Dougie. Let's see what clumping does for it. Click on it. Clumping. But you say it's hard to see. It's hard to tell. The children are close to the parent. I spread it out more. I got more control, so I can stop right there. See? All right. Click back on this. View. Local root toggle. And twist. Let's see what twist. I want to set it back to its default setting. Set it back to the default. Okay. Let's see what twist does. It maybe does exactly what its name implies. Twist the hair. Now in twist, I think it may need to apply. Let me add some clumping to it. Let me add some shape to it. And let me add some twist. Yes, it's slightly it's a slight twist. I don't see nothing major. Slight twist. Or you can use that twist curve. I like the twist curve. Let me use this twist curve right here. Let me bring it down. Then you can add bumps. I'm gonna bring it down some more. But see, you really gotta play with most of these settings. Okay, and I could do much. But sometimes it works for me, and sometimes it don't. So you have to work with that. Right now, it's like it's sort of stubborn with me. So I'll take it off this, set it back to its default setting. I think everything was 0. Yeah, 0, 0. Okay, so that's good. Roughness, as it implies. Let's see what roughness does. I'm just doing some things quickly. Now this may not work until I get to the kink section. And I'm gonna stop right here at kink. Then I'll let y'all work with this. This is a section that I love. This was sold it to me. I'm gonna click maybe it didn't work because I didn't have it highlighted. Let me see now. That's why nothing I have to have my thing. My thing wasn't highlighted. Okay, now it's highlighted. See, we see that. So I'm sorry, people. I didn't have my plane highlighted. The uniform, that's what it's doing. That's what uniform does. It moves the hair in a certain direction. Size. There it is. You see that? More control of your hair with size. Endpoint. You see that? You see my endpoints spreading out now. Then if I want to bring them together, let's make the value low until the zeros are the default mode. I just spread them out. Shape. The shape of your hair. Nothing major though. Random. Yeah, see, it's doing everything randomly now. Size. You see that? And threshold. Zap. All right, I'm gonna put it back to the default. I think it was 0 down, straight down. 0. Bring it straight down. 0. Oh, brother. What happened? I don't remember back here. Alright. Roughness. And you can do one of these too. You see that? You may like dealing with the curve better. Use roughness curve. Now I put it back to that. So it may be easy just to use the daggone roughness curve. You see that? All those values. I'm gonna bring them all the way down. So I want to put it back to 0. Go all the way down with 0, 0. Alright, so it's basically straight again. The part that's really going to win you over is the kink part. I'm going to go over quick. I'm not going to do nothing to it. See? Curve, curl. Then you can go up here and mess with these other things. You see that? To do more with it. You mess with these other ones. All of them that I showed you. The clumping, all of them. Mess with all of them. When you choose the kink. Kink curl, kink radial, amplitude, control that. You see that? The spread of it. The clump, and we know what clumping is. The flatness, how flat your hair is, etc. Wave, spiral. You mess with the amplitude and see what it can do for you. But that's it, my good people. Thank you for stopping by to see me make my Airedale Terrier. Like my main advice to you, to get used to dealing with hair, make something simple. Make a dog, make a cat, make a mouse. Simple. Then you increase your skills to get to humans and all our unique different hairstyles. To the new people, don't stop. You keep pushing forward every day. To the next time to the family, peace.